Greetings, Macadine family. Kamil Shabazz here. Hoping all is well with you and yours. And I just wanted to briefly go into this subject matter that has been on my mind for a while. And I have touched on it here and there. Oh, wow. Before I even go into it, I got a lot going on. I got my feet in this water. I got the diffuser going on. I got teas boiling in the background. So you might hear a lot of boiling and noise. So please don't pay it no mind. But back to what I was about to venture into. This subject has been on my mind for a long time because of the fact that I had did 6 years in prison from 2011 up until 2017. And this subject matter is dealing with the prison diet and how the prison diet is set up to totally disable the prisoner both physically and mentally. Now, in prison, you have a sweetener that is the number one sweetener used in all prisoners above any other sweetener. And this is called aspartame. A-S-P-A-R-T-A-M-E. And I find it interesting that the last 4 letters of aspartame is tame. And that's exactly what aspartame does, because it is a complete brain poison. While the very intake of it produces methane, which is a brain poison. It causes schizophrenia. It actually goes into the brain and kills the cells themselves. And you might be wondering, well, how did this get on the market? Well, it accidentally crept into the market. This chemist who worked for a company named Cyril by the name of Jim Slatt was actually he was trying to create a formula for a gastric ulcer, and in doing so, he tasted what he was making and discovered that it was sweet. Now, all the little tests that he did before he went in 1969 to patent it, he hid, or he gave half-truths about it. So it wasn't until after it was out for several years that the FDA started coming after them in regards to their studies and other findings that they kept away from the Federal Drug Administration. So this aspartame, which I said, it causes seizures, it causes bipolarism, it causes all types of terrible side effects that go really unnoticed for years. So this aspartame, like I said, it's a brain poison that's designed to kill the mind, to dull the thinking, as they say, to dumb you down. This is the number one sweetener in all the prisons in America, especially California. Now, in addition to aspartame, the number one product that's in all foods that had replaced 90% of all meats in prisons is soy. Now let's stop right there. I noticed when I went to prison in 2011, my whole stint, because number one, they removed all the weights from the prisons in the 90s, but they still allowed what they call the calisthenics bars, where you can just work on your body, pull-ups and dips, etc., etc. And you would find even the most muscular, buff boys, dudes, were still the most emotional, and I couldn't understand why these men was always in their feelings, talking about it was the principle of the thing. But little did I know that it was because of the high soy intake that takes place in prison, in all their foods and all their pastries. 90% of the meat that appears to be hamburger or a hot dog is soy, which is a natural estrogen, a female hormone. So that was it. That was the epiphany. And right before I left in 2017, the despicable, the most, oh man, crazy things started happening in California. They started letting the transvestites come onto the yard. And I'm so glad that I was on my way out. I think I had another few weeks left. after that happened. And, oh wow, I'm gonna have to get back. So that was it. The combination, and y'all got company here now, it's all good. Peace. So the combination of the soy working on the body, working on creating this estrogen overload on a man that should be in there building up his masculinity takes place. You got the soy, then you got the aspartame on the brain. But then the capper to the whole scenario is the fact that 75 to 80% of all prisoners are now on some form of drugs that's given to them by the institutions. Number one, high blood pressure, which black men in prison lead because of the fact that they always trying to show off buying 1,000 soups whenever they get money on their books. You know, I don't know what it is, man, but the greatest goddamn chip. If prison was Las Vegas, the most powerful chip would be the goddamn soup. Everybody, soup is the monetary exchange in prison. It's like the nickel or the quarter. But when you get into what they call the honey buns, then you going into, you know, they think they balling when they got a whole locker full of those. But all of those products are full of aspartame and full of soy, creating soy boys. So, once again, they now are on drugs because based on the soup eating, you now have high blood pressure. So they give you the high blood pressure medication, which all medication in prison is generic. All of it is laboratory. Matter of fact, it's laboratory medicine, and the prisoner is the goddamn guinea pig. And what's crazy is most prisoners believe in doctors. I don't give a damn where the doctor's at. Where the doctor come from? You got doctors coming in there interning, 23, 24 years old, giving medication to a 65, 70-year-old man that's not asking any questions. So these medications tear up your kidneys. The high blood pressure medication tears up your kidneys, your liver. Then you got the diabetes. You should see the lines in prison when it comes to medication. The medication line looks like a soup line, a food line. Yeah, it's busy over here. You see I'm sweating. Like I said, I got my feet in this water. I got the diffuser. I got the sage. I got the teas. So it's just lit up in here. It's lit. And of course, I got Mother Cannabis. Oh yeah, we can't do without her. Sister Mo in the back. You know what I'm saying? The First Lady of Macadine. So, and you can't miss little Camilla wandering around in the back too. You know, with a corn chip in her hand. Not Fritos. We talking about the blue chips. The all natural. With cayenne pepper on it. So back to my subject matter. We're dealing with this aspartame that's in the prisons to tame the prisoner. Along with the medication. And along with the soy. So you got these men that go up in there and they start getting confused in their feelings and they start messing with other men because they full of soy. They're starting to think and feel like a woman. Then at the same time they're being dumbed down and they're being drugged up. So a lot of them come out with revelations to their women that they're different now. But it's based on your diet, brothers. The diet is 90% of the problem and 90% of the solution, along with working out. So give up the soy. And let me just say, soy is in abundance in America. And not to mention it's a GMO. It's a genetically modified organism. That's just to add insult onto injury. So leave the soy alone. Aspartame is in sodas, is in Pepsi, it's in Coke. And they're coming up with new ones every day, and they're changing the name, but it's doing the same thing. So the bottom line is to leave all of these fake sweeteners alone. And go to raw honey if you're going to deal with any of them. Or pure maple syrup, grade A, grade B. I'll be going in deeper into the tricks of the FDA and the American government when it comes to castrating men all over America legally with your consent. More later in peace.